What's up, YouTube? You here with Josh Bailey. Look, I'm a personal trainer that loves to see people get results. And a lot of times when I go to the gym and observe what's going on, this is what I see. So the chances are you've been making some of these mistakes that's been killing your progress without you even realizing it. So in this video today, I'm gonna break down some of the most common mistakes that I see happening every single day and show you how to fix them so you can start seeing results. Let's get to it. All right, guys, number one, when you get to the gym, you cannot skip the warm-up. You'll see me coming to the gym, I go straight to the turf or somewhere that's not like in the gym area where I can actually get an efficient warm-up. Why do you need to warm up? Listen, I want you to remember this analogy. Imagine frozen meat in your freezer, right? And you want to cook it, but before you cook it, you have to take it out of the freezer so it can thaw out, so it can warm up, so it can cook properly. So when you go to the gym, imagine your muscles being the frozen meat. And when you go work out, you need to be thawed out, warmed up, have that blood flowing so you can get the results that you're looking for. So just for a simple upper body day, here's a few exercises or warm-up exercises that I would do. 2 or 3 static stretches, 2 or 3 dynamic stretches. One of the first static stretches you'll see me do is to open my shoulder and my chest, simply by just grabbing the pole and just turning and getting that stretch right across here. Okay, this is what I do before any push day, right? Both sides. Second thing you might see me do is overhead tricep stretch. Now I'm holding each of these for a good 10 to 20 seconds. One other thing you might see me do is I hold a pole or the bench, right? And I pull back. Really good for your back day. Now, when it comes to dynamic stretches, all right, simple cross-body swings. You can do arm circles. You can even do a few push-ups. All right, get the blood flowing. It's just as simple as that. But the thing is, you cannot skip this if you want to have a great workout. So for number 2, let's talk about these half reps. Now we're getting into the workout. And when you get into the workout, now you want efficiency, right? You want full range of motion. Now, these half reps, there's no tension here. The tension is when you get full range at the bottom, right? You can see that it's much harder to go from here to halfway than from halfway to up. Right? So when you train, full range of motion, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down, all the way up. What does this do exactly? This is called functional movement, right? Another example, if I'm going to do a push-up, for instance, if I have to push somebody, where does your force come from? Does it come from right here? No, your force is gonna come from here. Boom, right? If I'm gonna jump, right, I'm not gonna jump. Usually, if I wanna get my highest, right, my highest elevation, I'm going to go as far as I can down to spring up. I'm not gonna just go like this. Yeah, sometimes this is quick switch. For instance, if you're going for like a vertical jump, you're gonna get down as far as you can so that you can get as high as you can. So I wanna explain just full range of motion when you train will help you a lot more when you do functional movements instead of just trying to bodybuild or lift heavier weight than what you're supposed to. So number 3, the next thing we want to talk about is uncontrolled movement, right? We can't just lift weight if it's not controlled properly. You don't want to do, again, somewhat of a half rep or ego lift because you're not going to get the results you're looking for. And a lot of times I see people do this, especially on bicep curls. So for instance, if I'm going to do a bicep curl, it doesn't need to be super heavy, right? But what I want to do is actually get my arms down. I don't want to, right here, my arms are still contracted. It doesn't give me that beginning point that's gonna put the most stress on my muscle. So, right here, right? No rocking, arms down. Look, elbows in. The elbows don't go here. We don't lift it here, we stop here. That's not gonna get you any results. All right, put your arms down in front, lock your elbows into your body, and now curl all the way up to the top. All right, control it down, nice and slow. Again, full range of motion, and then control reps. Look, elbows in, pull all the way up, no rocking. All right, slowly come down. One more time. All the way up, slowly down, all right? So it's not only when it comes to bicep curls, but any movement you want to have that control movement. You want to have the idea of the mind-muscle connection. What does that mean? That means you're gonna feel the muscle contract throughout each movement, throughout each rep. And that's how you know you have control, and you're gonna get mind-muscle connection, and you're gonna get better results if you do this properly. So number 4 is ego lifting. Listen, bro, you don't have to impress anybody in the gym. You're gonna impress people when you look good, not when you injure yourself or when you're lifting weight and you kind of just look stupid. So first thing you gotta do is take some of that weight off. Now the opposite of ego lifting is great form. So if I'm about to do a row, here's some form checks that I definitely wanna have. First, I wanna hinge at the hips, right? I have a soft knee bend. The reason I'm gonna hinge at the hips so I don't hurt my back. Now, I push my butt back, and this is the form you want right here. Steady back, push your butt back, knees bent, okay? Now, once you grab the weight, you don't round your back. That's why I have on the belt, help my lower back with some protection here. Right now, right here, here's my form. I'm pulling up, and I squeeze. All right, I drop down, reach your arms, full range of motion, pull it up, and we squeeze. All right, don't use momentum, don't lose your form. Pull up, squeeze, feel your back. Simply do 12 reps or 10 reps, whatever your count is, just like that. All right, guys, number 5 is poor form, right? Poor form can mess up all your results. Can you have poor form and still get results? Yes, you can. But if you want better results, if you want to do stuff properly without injuring yourself, you have to have proper form. So I see people do this on the lat pull down all the time. Here, let me show you the proper way to do this. All right, so the proper way to do this lat pull down is not using momentum. If it's heavy, what does that mean? Lower the weight, okay? You don't want to use momentum. You want to act like this is a pull-up. So we're going from right here without rocking, arch your back a little bit, and pull it straight down to your chest. Notice I didn't move that much. Right here, extend fully, pull down, and that way when you're in this position, you can feel your back fighting to not let it up. So every time you do a rep, you want to go slowly up. It's called the eccentric phase. So this is the concentric phase. Eccentric is slow. This is where you get a lot of results here. So this form every time will allow you to get the results that you're looking for. Remember, form over everything. Number 6, I talk about this all the time, especially with my own clients, is progressive overload. What does that mean? That means if I'm gonna do 12 reps, it has to reach till failure. If I do 12 reps and I could have did 20 reps, you're not getting the results you need, right? You wanna build muscle. The only way you build muscle is if you put stress on the muscle until it hits failure, right? You gotta hit failure. So yes, you wanna progress in weight, but you also, whatever weight you use, you want it to be the maximum you can get, which is between the 12 and 10 reps, which is called the hypertrophy range. So let me show you how this is done. That's how it's supposed to look. If you do all of your sets like that, you'll see a major difference over a couple weeks compared to your old method. So I want you guys to realize that everything I just showed you ties into a good training session. From coming in to not warming up to getting a proper warm up. From doing jerky and uncontrolled movements to actual controlled movements. From ego lifting to not ego lifting. From having improper form to now having controlled proper form. From not getting everything out of your reps to going to progressive overload and getting everything out of your reps. This is what I want you guys to start changing if you want better results in the gym. Then they'll start asking questions like, bro, what are you taking? How long have you been training? What's your diet like? All of these are examples from how you train in the gym and how you eat outside of the gym. So if you just watch all of this and it still doesn't make sense to you, I understand, and I personally want to invite you to train with me on my online coaching platform where I help clients all over the world get the results that they're looking for based off of their lifestyle. Everything is custom, tailor-made for you to get you results no matter what. So guys, if you haven't, please like, share, subscribe. Come back to this video if you need it. If you feel like you're going to the gym and you get lost and you need some more direction, watch this video again, share it with a friend that needs it so that we can keep progressing and getting the results that we're looking for. So guys, you're here with Josh Bailey, fitness coach and muscle chef. Make sure you keep tuning in so we can get 1% better each and every day.